Okay, this is an extra treat. We were just in the Lacoochee State Forest, or not the Lacoochee State Forest, the Lacoochee Basin, the Cove of the Lacoochee. We were in an area known as Half Moon WMA now. Back in the day, it was just an old cypress swamp. But there's a number of train grades there that these trains, in particular, Cummer Sons Cypress Company trains ran out of. So they would have gone in, picked up the logs that the guys had cut, and brought them out. I talked to a docent earlier here, and he said that this train originally ran near here, near Lacoochee area, which is right, you know, that's the Lacoochee River area. So that was the swamp. They would have taken these enormous cypress logs out of there and brought these to a main line where they would have been transferred onto a bigger gauge train and taken to Lakeland, Jacksonville, wherever they had the sawmills, the actual mills to do the cutting. Pretty cool stuff. And we were just, when we were at Half Moon at WMA, one of the other trains, and I think it was number 13 if I'm not mistaken, it said, there was a sign there that said it ran out of that area, right out of that WMA, which is, you know, 50 miles north of here, maybe 40, 50 miles, not very far at all. So these cypress logs are 500 to 2,000 years old, and they're not rotted out. They're still as thick and heavy as the day they were grown, as the day they were cut. One other interesting thing was that the docent told me before he left was these tracks, these rails were taken from, this is the green swamp, the Florida, whomever governs it, I guess it would be SwiftMud, but whomever does all that would have called this guy, asked this guy if he wanted them, because the association wanted it because he's one of the trustees, and he said yeah. So him and some guys went over there and got it, brought it here, and there's more of it, but this is what this train is resting on, the actual tracks that an actual train would have actually ran on. This is made, as you can see, by the H.K. Porter Company, 1913. Go up in it. This would have held the water used to make the steam. There would have been wood probably all on top of this, and certainly stacked up where my feet are. The boiler where you would burn the wood to create the heat, to heat the steam, to create the steam, would have been here. This cool little deal right here. You open that bad boy up and you can see right on in there. Gauges. There would have been the lanyard for the whistle. Oops, that's the bell. I just actually rang the bell. There's a sign down here saying to ring the bell, but I didn't know you could do it. So it wasn't a steam whistle, it was a old bell. So they would have rang the heck out of that thing to let people know they were coming or going or leaving or whatever. Anyway, that is an original 1913 made by H.K. Porter in Pittsburgh, Cummer Sons Cypress Company train. Actually ran cypress logs out of the swamp back in the day, 100 years ago. Very, very, very special. Very, very special.